All right. So are you ready to build a coaching business that doesn't just, survive, but like really thrives? One that hits that sweet six-figure mark?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a whole stack of resources from entrepreneurs who've done just that. We're talking YouTube videos packed with advice from, I think I was over 50 entrepreneurs, sales training secrets, from this guy who went from like dead last in his company to a multimillionaire, and even a peek into the marketing playbook of $1 billion company.
Amazing.
So we're talking actionable strategies here, folks, not just, motivational fluff.
Right.
This is a deep dive where we extract the absolute gold from these sources.
Love it.
We're going to uncover what it really takes to scale your coaching business, build a rock solid brand, and attract the kind of clients who are just like jumping at the chance to work with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. What's really interesting is that while there's no, one size fits all formula, there are some common threads that run through the stories of almost every successful coach we looked at.
Okay, so let's start unraveling those threads.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that like jumps out at you from all this material?
One of the biggest takeaways, and honestly, it came up again and again in those YouTube videos from those 50 entrepreneurs, is the importance of figuring out your niche early on.
Okay.
Like, it's not enough to just be a life coach or a business coach.
Right.
You really need to get hyper specific.
Okay, so I've heard that advice before.
Yeah.
But how do you actually figure out that sweet spot?
Right.
I feel like people get stuck in like analysis paralysis at this stage.
Yeah, totally. One entrepreneur in the videos, he put it really well. He said, think about the intersection of your passion, your skills, and the market's needs.
Okay.
So what are you genuinely excited to teach?
Yeah.
What problems are you, uniquely equipped to solve? And crucially, are there enough people out there who are willing to pay for solutions to those problems?
That's a gregreat framework. And onand you have that niche nailed down, how do you actually start getting clients?
That's where things get really interesting. There's this concept that came up in the sales training called neuro-emotional selling. And it totally blew my mind.
Okay.
It's all about understanding the deeper psychological triggers that drive people to buy.
So it's more than just, listing features and benefits.
Way more. It's about connecting with people on an emotional level.
Okay.
Understanding their fears, their aspirations, their deepest desires.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this applies to coaching.
Yeah.
It's not just about the sessions themselves. It's about the transformation you're helping people achieve.
Exactly.
So how do you actually tap into those emotions in a sales conversation?
Well, the key is asking the right questions.
Okay.
The training calls them neuro-emotional questions.
Okay.
They're open-ended questions that uncover the client's underlying motivations. So instead of pitching, you're guiding them on a journey of self-discovery, helping them articulate their needs and desires. And then you can show how your coaching is the perfect solution to those needs.
This all makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But where do these neuro-emotional questions come in? Do you have any examples from the training?
Absolutely. One of the most powerful questions is, what's the cost of not solving this problem? It forces people to actually confront the negative consequences of inaction and really feel the urgency of making a change.
Wow, that's a good one. It gets them thinking about the potential pain they're avoiding by investing in themselves.
Exactly. And another powerful question is, what would your life look like a year from now if you achieved this goal? It helps them visualize their ideal future and connect with those positive emotions associated with success.
I love it. It shifts the focus from the problem to the possibility.
Totally. And once you've helped them articulate their vision and connect with their emotions, it becomes so much easier to present your coaching as the bridge between where they are and where they want to be.
And once you've got some clients, how do you scale beyond just working with people one-on-one?
Right.
I know a lot of coaches hit a ceiling because they're trading time for money.
Absolutely. That's a great question. And it's something that several of those YouTubers addressed. Building a scalable business model is essential if you want to hit, 6 figures and beyond. And it often involves leveraging the power of online communities.
Okay. I can see how communities could be valuable, but how do you actually use them to grow your business?
Well, think of it this way. Online communities are where your ideal clients are already hanging out, right? They're asking questions, sharing their struggles, looking for solutions. It's a goldmine of insights and opportunities.
So you mean like Facebook groups, forums, LinkedIn groups, that sort of thing?
Exactly. By becoming an active and valuable member of those communities, you can establish yourself as a thought leader and build relationships with potential clients before they're even thinking about hiring a coach.
So it's more about providing value and building trust than just blasting promotional messages.
100%. One entrepreneur went as far as to say, never underestimate anyone you encounter in these communities.
Wow.
He was like, there's always something to learn, and you never know where your next great client or collaboration will come from.
That's a great reminder to stay humble and approach every interaction as a learning opportunity.
Totally.
But how do you go from being helpful community member to actually converting those relationships into paying clients?
Well, that's where content marketing comes in. By creating valuable content that addresses your ideal clients' pain points and aspirations. You can attract them to your website, email list, and ultimately your coaching programs.
So it's about demonstrating your expertise and building trust through your content.
Exactly. Think blog posts, articles, videos, social media updates, even free webinars or challenges. The key is to consistently deliver high-quality content that positions you as the go-to expert in your niche.
This reminds me of Ed Hims' example from our research.
Yeah.
They've built $1 billion company
Crazy.
by investing heavily in content marketing. They're not, directly selling their products in every piece of content. Instead, they're educating, entertaining, and building a loyal audience.
They understand that people buy from those they know. and trust.
It's not just about creating content.
Right.
It's about strategically using that content to nurture relationships and guide people towards your coaching services.
It's about creating a customer journey that feels, natural and organic rather than pushy or salesy.
This is all gold. So we've talked about nailing your niche, using neuroemotional selling, and leveraging online communities and content marketing.
Right.
But what about the actual sales process?
Ooh, that's a crucial piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
And it's something we'll dive into more deeply in the next part of our deep dive.
I can't wait.
Hi, Linkford B is here. Are you getting value from this? I found it incredible. I love researching and finding solutions to help coaches scale their businesses, and I recently came across AI tools that allow me to do research in a shorter time. So I'm trying out new AI tools and testing out new forms of content. What do you think? Let me know if you're enjoying this and if I should continue making more videos like this.
All right, we're back and ready to keep unpacking these six-figure coaching secrets.
Yeah, before the break, we were talking about attracting potential clients, through online communities and content marketing.
Right, but eventually you have to shift from building relationships
Yeah.
to actually making sales.
Absolutely. And that's where the principles of neuro-emotional selling become even more crucial.
Okay, remind me again, how does that work?
Remember that insurance policy analogy we talked about?
Yeah.
People don't buy the policy itself, they buy the peace of mind that it provides.
Either buying a solution to a problem or a path to a desired outcome.
Exactly. So in your sales conversations,
Yeah.
you need to focus on the transformation that your coaching offers, not just the features and benefits.
So how do you actually do that? What are some specific strategies that came up in the sales training material?
One powerful technique is this idea of persuasion.
Okay.
It's about setting the stage for persuasion before you even deliver your message.
Persuasion. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Okay, so think about it this way. You can subtly influence people's decisions by framing the conversation in a specific way.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Do you have an example from the material?
Yeah, there's this fascinating study where researchers showed people two websites selling the exact same sofa.
Wow.
The only difference was the background image.
Okay.
One site had fluffy clouds, the other had pennies.
Wait, really? Just a background image?
Yep. And guess what? People who saw the clouds were more focused on comfort and willing to pay more for the sofa.
Wow. That's crazy. It seems like such a small detail.
Yeah.
But it clearly had a big impact.
Exactly. It shows how powerful persuasion can be by subtly priming people's mindset.
Yeah.
You can influence their perceptions and ultimately their decisions.
So how can coaches apply this to their sales process?
Well, think about every touch point a potential client has with your brand. Your website, your emails, your social media presence, everything contributes to the overall impression you're creating.
So if you're positioning yourself as a premium coach,
Right.
you wouldn't want to use language or imagery that screams, discount or budget friendly.
Exactly. You want to create a cohesive experience that aligns with the value you're offering.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But we also have to be careful not to cross the line into manipulation.
Oh, absolutely. The sales training actually addressed that specifically.
Yeah.
They called it influence smuggling, using persuasion techniques in unethical ways.
Oh, they gave an example, right?
Yeah.
Something about a truck commercial.
Yes. A truck company tried to use Martin Luther King Jr.'s voice in their ads.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
It was. It completely backfired and damaged the company's reputation.
Yeah, so the lesson here is to use persuasion ethically and authentically.
Right. It's about building genuine connections, not tricking people into buying.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious about something else that came up in the material.
Yeah.
The power of saying no to clients.
That's a really important point, especially for coaches who are just starting out. It's so tempting to take on any client who comes your way.
Right.
But that can actually hurt your business in the long run.
But isn't turning away clients risky?
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to build momentum?
It can feel that way, but remember what we discussed earlier about positioning yourself as a premium coach.
Right. You want to attract clients who are serious about investing in themselves
Yeah.
and their transformation.
Exactly. And sometimes the best way to do that is to be selective about who you work with.
One of the YouTube entrepreneurs mentioned turning down a high-paying client
Yeah.
because they weren't a good fit.
That's a perfect example. By saying no to clients who aren't aligned with your values or who you don't feel you can truly help,
Right.
you're protecting your time, your energy, and your reputation.
Plus, it reinforces your position as an in-demand coach.
Exactly. Think about it. The harder something is to get,
Right.
the more valuable it becomes.
It's like those limited edition products or exclusive events. People are willing to pay a premium for something that's scarce.
Exactly. So don't be afraid to say no to clients who aren't the right fit.
Okay.
It will ultimately benefit both you and your ideal clients.
Now, once you've attracted the right clients and started working with them,
Yeah.
how do you ensure that they get amazing results?
Right.
It's one thing to make a sale, but it's another to deliver on your promises.
That's where those sales secrets we talked about earlier come full circle.
Okay.
It's not just about closing the deal, it's about creating a transformational experience for your clients.
So how do you make sure you're actually delivering that transformation?
It starts with setting clear expectations and having a system for measuring progress.
Okay.
The sales training emphasized the importance of having a structured coaching program with specific milestones and deliverables.
So it's not just about having casual conversations.
Right.
It's about creating a framework
Yes.
for success.
Exactly. And it's also crucial to provide ongoing support and accountability. One of the entrepreneurs talked about creating a private online community for his clients,
Okay.
where they could connect with each other, ask questions, and share their wins.
It's a great idea. It creates a sense of community
Yeah.
and fosters a supportive environment.
Right. And it also helps clients stay engaged and motivated
Yeah.
long after their initial coaching sessions are over.
So it's about creating a holistic experience
Yeah.
It goes beyond just the one-on-one coaching.
Absolutely. It's about helping your clients achieve lasting transformation and become raving fans of your work.
Now, I'm curious about something else. How do you, as a coach, continue to learn and grow so you can provide even more value to your clients?
That's a fantastic question, and it's something that several of the entrepreneurs emphasize.
Right.
The most successful coaches are lifelong learners.
One of them started as a broke college student selling door-to-door.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Right.
Yes. He realized that the traditional sales techniques weren't working. So he went back to school and studied behavioral science and human psychology.
And that knowledge ultimately helped him become a multimillionaire sales guru.
Exactly. It's a testament to the power of continuous learning and adapting to the, ever-changing needs of the market.
So for coaches, that might mean investing in additional training, attending conferences, reading books, or even hiring a mentor.
Absolutely. The key is to stay curious.
Right.
And always be looking for ways to improve your skills and knowledge.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about building a business that can scale.
Okay.
Beyond just, I know a lot of coaches struggle with this because their income is directly tied to the number of hours they work.
That's a common challenge. And it's one that the real estate entrepreneur we researched addressed head on. His secret was delegation and building a team.
He went from broke to billions, didn't he?
He did. It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
He realized early on that he couldn't do everything himself if he wanted to achieve his ambitious goals.
So how did he start building his team?
He began by outsourcing administrative tasks like scheduling and email management.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It frees up your time to focus on your core expertise.
Exactly. And as his business grew, he gradually brought on more team members who could handle different aspects of the operation.
So he was able to leverage other people's skills and talents
Yeah.
to scale his business exponentially.
It's a powerful reminder that you don't have to do everything yourself to build a successful business.
But building a team can feel daunting,
Yeah.
especially in the early stages.
The key is to start small. Identify 1 or 2 tasks you can delegate today.
Even something as simple as hiring a virtual assistant can make a big difference.
Absolutely. And as your business grows, you can gradually expand your team to support your evolving needs.
All of this is fantastic advice, but let's be honest. Building a successful coaching business is still hard work, right?
It definitely takes effort and dedication,
Yeah.
but the rewards can be incredible. When you help people transform their lives, it's incredibly fulfilling.
And financially rewarding, too, if we're talking about building a six-figure business.
Right. But it's important to remember that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to constantly learn and grow.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Nailing your niche.
Right.
Using neuro-emotional selling. Leveraging online communities, creating valuable content, building a team, and staying committed to the process.
Right.
But there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't explored yet.
Okay.
How do you create a sense of scarcity and urgency that makes people eager to work with you?
That's a great question. We'll uncover some specific strategies for creating that gotta have it factor that sets your coaching apart.
I can't wait to hear more.
We've talked about so much.
I know, right?
From like choosing the right niche to building a team. But there's one more key element we got to discuss.
You mentioned creating a sense of scarcity and urgency. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about making your coaching feel like a sought after, exclusive opportunity.
Right.
Not just another service people can find anywhere.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So how do you actually do that?
Well, one strategy that kept coming up in our research is the power of waiting lists.
Waiting lists. I feel like those are usually for like high-end products or services, not necessarily coaching.
That's exactly the point. By having a waiting list, you're basically positioning your coaching as a premium offering, something that people are like eager to get.
Okay, so it creates that fear of missing out effect.
Precisely. And it also gives you a chance to build that anticipation.
Right.
And generate excitement even before you launch a program or offer.
So instead of just like announcing a program and just hoping people sign up, you're kind of creating a buzz beforehand.
Right. It's like those limited edition product launches where people are like lining up for hours to get the latest gadget.
Okay, that makes sense. But how do you actually like implement waiting lists
Right.
in a coaching business?
One of the entrepreneurs we looked at talked about creating a really simple landing page where people could just sign up for the waiting list. He highlighted the limited availability and the benefits of, getting early access.
So it's about like creating that sense of exclusivity and highlighting the value of, being part of the inner circle.
Exactly. And you're collecting those valuable leads
Oh, that's a good point.
on having them sign up
Yeah.
and getting a sense of like how much demand there is.
You're essentially pre-qualifying potential clients
Yes.
and identifying the ones who are like most eager
Absolutely.
to work with you. Another powerful tool that came up was pre-sale assessments.
Oh yeah, those are great.
What are those?
You can think of them like readiness quizzes that help potential clients figure out their needs and decide if your coaching is right for them.
Okay, I can see how that would be valuable. Like it helps people understand.
Yeah.
If they're truly ready to invest in coaching.
Exactly. And it helps you tailor those sales conversations to their specific needs and challenges.
One of the sales gurus we researched talked about using these assessments to uncover hidden objections
Right.
and address them like proactively.
That's a brilliant strategy.
Right.
By identifying those potential roadblocks up front,
Yeah.
you increase your chances of, closing the sale.
So instead of waiting for people to raise objections, you're kind of anticipating them and providing solutions
Right.
before they even become an issue.
It's about making that sales process feel more like a helpful conversation than a pushy pitch.
Now, I'm curious about something else that came up in the material, this whole idea of using AI
Oh yeah.
in the sales and marketing process.
AI is becoming a seriously powerful tool for coaches who want to streamline their operations and really scale their businesses.
Honestly, I find AI a little intimidating. It's very technical,
I get it. But honestly, there are AI tools available now that are so user-friendly, even if you aren't tech savvy.
So what are like some specific ways coaches can use AI to grow their businesses?
Well, one of the most impactful is in creating those pre-sale assessments.
Oh, okay.
There are AI-powered platforms that can help you build those interactive quizzes tailored to your ideal client.
So instead of spending hours trying to create those manually,
Yeah.
you can use AI to like do the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And it can do even more than that. AI can help you generate targeted content,
Wow.
automate your email marketing, even qualify leads based on their engagement levels.
Wow, that's incredible. Sounds like AI can really free up a lot of time and energy for coaches.
Absolutely. It lets you focus on what you do best, which is coaching,
Right.
while the technology handles those, more mundane tasks.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I feel like we've only scratched the surface, with all this.
There's always more to learn, but I think we've given everyone listening a solid foundation for building a successful coaching business.
Absolutely. We've talked about the strategies and the mindset and the tools, but ultimately, success really comes down to action, right?
Yeah, it's about taking what we've discussed and actually applying it to your own coaching business.
So for everyone listening, what's one thing you're going to do differently after this? What's one action you're going to take today to move closer to those six-figure coaching dreams?
Yeah.
Remember, knowledge is valuable, but it's the application
Right.
that really creates transformation.
And never forget, building a thriving coaching business is a journey. Embrace the challenges.
Right.
Celebrate the wins and never stop learning and growing.
That's a wrap on today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon with more insights and inspiration to help you reach those entrepreneurial goals. Until then, keep crushing it.
Hold up. You listened all the way to the end. Thank you so much for sticking around. Because you have given me something, I would like to return the favor and invite you to join my waiting list for my exclusive life-changing program. I'm calling it Six Figure Mastery. I'll be taking 15 coaches on a journey of 12 months to scale their businesses to six figures and beyond. It's going to be an exciting journey, and I would like you to join me. Head over to my website, linkfordbees.com/programs. I'll see you there.